What is up guys, Astro592 here. So first off, I want to apologize for not uploading content recently. I've been dealing with some personal issues, family and work related, and that has been rendering me unable to upload for you guys. But I've dealt with all of that, so now I can get back to doing what I love, which is crushing it in Vainglory and making awesome Vainglory content for you guys. So with all that sad and mushy stuff out of the way, let's hop right into the video. Alrighty, so the last time that I did a top 5 video was way back in update 2.4 and a lot's changed since then. A few of our heroes got nerfed and buffed, so the top 5 have shifted around a bit. So today we're going to be looking at the top 5 carries of update 2.6. As usual, if you guys end up enjoying the video, feel free to leave a like and leave it down in the comments. Let me know which of the carries you think is the most broken in update 2.6. So with everything being said, let's hop right into the video and see who the top 5 carries are. Alright, so starting things off, we have Adagio. Adagio hasn't really had any changes this update, but he still remains a consistent and viable pick because of the sheer utility and sustain that he brings to any comp he's picked in. He's also a great flex pick in draft. Because of his versatility, he will leave your opponent guessing where you might put him. To the right is my recommended build for him, which is Alternating Current, Broken Myth, and Shatterglass. This has been my standard build for him for quite some time because it almost always seems to get the job done. Next up, we have Kestrel. Finally, my girls had a bit of a buff this update, mainly to her heroic perk Adrenaline, where the duration on it has increased, and also to her A skill Glimmer Shot, where the reload time has decreased. This means that Kestrel will now be able to use her abilities more frequently without too much strain on her mana early on. These changes have allowed Kestrel to become a viable pick in the current meta. My recommended build for her is Sorrow Blade, Tension Bow, Tyrant's Monocle, and Tornado Trigger. You can swap out the Tornado Trigger for a Bone Saw if the enemy decides to counter your damage, which you're going to be having a lot of. At number 3, we have Idris, the perfect example of the jack of all trades. He has good damage, great poke and sustain, and he's the Houdini of heroes. With his A skill and ultimate, he's able to get out of almost any situations. He's been a very favorable pick in update 2.6 thus far, and it's pretty obvious why. He's just that good right now. My recommended build for him is Poison Shiv, Sorrow Blade, and Broken Point. But if you're ahead, you can pick up a Tension Bow before the Broken Point to give you that extra burst on your basic attacks. Coming at number 2, we have Vox. Vox is another one of our heroes that got hit with a nerf this update, but even with the nerf to his base attack speed, Vox is still a strong and consistent pick in the current meta. His ability to kite in team fights, dish out tons of damage, and hyper carry his team to victory hasn't changed. My recommended build for him is Poison Shiv, Sorrow Blade, and Tornado Trigger. You can also add Tension Bow to this build if you're ahead. Another build that I've been having lots of success with is Poison Shiv, Tension Bow, Tyrant's Monocle, and Breaking Point. If you guys missed that, I'll put it in the descriptions below. And in the number 1 spot is gonna be the big dog, the monster, and just an absolute beast of a carry, Baron. Baron has been absolutely monstrous in update 2.6 thus far. He has insane burst and AoE damage, and when it gets to late game and he has a few items, you can forget about winning that match. He did get a slight nerf this update, where they decreased the weapon damage on his basic attacks, but even with the nerf, Baron is still a very strong, and if not the strongest pick for carries in the current meta, and remains a nightmare if you don't ban him in draft. My recommended build for him is Sorrow Blade, Tension Bow, Tyrant's Monocle, and Tornado Trigger. And now for some honorable mentions, first of which is going to be Gwen. Gwen hasn't had any changes this update, but with the rise in picks like Blackfeather and Idris, you need to be careful when you pick her in ranked, because they have been known to counter her. But her sheer utility and burst damage have helped her to remain a viable pick in the meta. My recommended build for her is Tension Bow, Sorrow Blade, and Breaking Point. And if you're ahead, you can either pick up Tyrant's Monocle or Tornado Trigger. That should be enough to get the job done. And lastly, we have Celeste. Celeste has finally been getting some play this update, and I'm happy to see that because she seems to have fallen out of favor in the last few updates. She still lacks a few long-awaited buffs here and there, but it seems she's going to be returning to where she once was. My recommended build for her is Frostborn, Broken Myth, and Evil Harvest. And that's it guys, that's my carry tier list for update 2.6. I really hope you guys enjoy watching this video and that it helps you when choosing which heroes to play. Don't forget you could also check me out on social media. My Facebook and Twitter are in the descriptions below. And of course, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. This is Astro592. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.